Lars, first and foremost, happy that you're here. Welcome aboard.
Great. Good morning, all.
So, we've been working together for, well, the last 5 years. And so, at least we. And then you see that IDSA and iSHARE are in perfect harmony, because we're all looking for, well, the same structure, how to do data sharing, how to collaborate, and how to connect to each other. But where iSHARE has been focusing on those car owners and defining a standard car key, IDSA is looking at, well, you can't see the screen, but there's a much bigger picture in designing roads and designing areas. So maybe, Lars, how do you look at the designing part of that?
Yeah, well, I think that is exactly the expression of the future that we want to achieve. So this is like the boring part of data sharing or infrastructure. So I do not like the road itself, and I do not like a parking lot, and I do not like a junction. I like either to drive the car, or I like to go on vacation with my car, or I like to go shopping with my car. And this is what we talk about when we talk about sharing data. So we have intentions. So we want to create value either for myself, or for my business, or for society. And that is what it's about, what data sharing is about. We have different purposes, and we want to benefit from that. And this all happens because I can participate freely in all of these activities, and not me, but also Gerard and all of you. So therefore, we are talking about open ecosystems and a lot of scenarios. And therefore, well, we need to build roads and bridges and junctions and whatever that fulfill all of their needs. So we cannot have cars that only drive on one kind of roads, and there's no Home Depot where you can buy something. And there are other cars on other streets where you can go for skiing. But if you want to go to the sea, you need to take another road and another car. So that just doesn't make sense, right? So that is not how mobility works. And that is not how data sharing should work. So therefore, we need to build that, well, soft infrastructure. So we do not have to build roads and bridges. We can code and come up with things like connectors and marketplaces and whatever, some functionalities, services, app stores, vocabulary hubs. So all of these nice spots, and then we can use them, and we can do it with a great purpose. And then we can talk about data sharing. So we are, with IDSA, we are enabling the data sharing in itself, disregarding what you do with that. But then the fun starts. And that is why the collaboration with iSHARE is great. We do not care how to describe the data or who has access to data. And that is what we need, and why what iSHARE is doing is so complementary to IDSA. And also why we might need Gaia or something else, because you need to describe what is a nice vocabulary hub, what is a nice app store, what is a nice Home Depot. I don't care. I'm not responsible for a Home Depot, so we need someone. And if we might have credentials for describing the quality of some infrastructure components, we also partner, for example, with Gaia. So therefore, analogies always go to a certain limit, but let's try to do our best, Gerard, throughout the whole day to move on with that analogy.
Indeed, let's give that a shot. I think it's key that was the key message. There's a full harmony in all of this. Using data rights, but also using all the infrastructure and using the signs that are next to the road. And that's where there's so much available already, and I think that's what we're going to see in the coming day and hours to show all that practice and make that all a reality. We're not dreaming of cars anymore, it's there already. So let's go with that, and the light is on green for the rest of the show to get started. Thanks, Lars. We'll see you back later on. Thanks for now, and great to have you here. And then I want to give the words to